V'hine. We know that the nefesh is in the kevim. The ruach is in Elam HaMaiseh in Gan Eden of the Maiseh. Chachafilu, it goes up to Neshama. But there's a third in. There's another ray that comes onto the Talmid. Rakid is only she'ena mislabeshet b'techmecha mamish kadishet. It's not revealed in their brains mamish like the first one. Rak me'ira aleim omayla, it radiates down upon them from above. And what is this? Not nefesh, which is in the cave, not ruach, which is in the Avad of Gan Eden, but this is from the ascent of the neshama. As we mentioned before, the neshama lifts up the ruach as well. L'mekeir chutpe, to its root from which it was carved out. What's the marker of neshama is? Lachakal tapuchin kadishin, to the orchard of holy apples, which means malchus of Atilis, which is called Knesset Yisrael. The marker of the neshama is the neshama of Tzaddik goes back to the marker. By days end, through this, Nase Sham, it creates up there in Gan Eden, in Malchus Atilis. Yichon, a union with Alakus, Aide Allah Asman, by lifting up B'derech Allah Asman, which means it's Nusat Latata, Maya Nukfen. Mikol Maisa, V'teirasei, V'avidasei, all of his deeds, and his Teir and his Aveda. Asher Avad Kol Yemei Chaya, which he did during the course of his life. So now that a person passes away, when the Neshama goes up, his whole life goes up. The Nizru, and they're seated and planted in addition in this orchard of holy apples, the Malchus of Atilos, great lights compared to the lower lights.
It's called the Tapuchin addition.
I don't know. In next week's Pasha, it says that in 2 weeks Pasha from now, when Yaakov Avinu came into Yitzchak Avinu to get the bracha, it says it's the Ruach Gan Eden. He means that Rashi, a Ruach of the State Tapuchin, Shita Shalmik. Right? L'umas, it's much higher. Eidos animate very high lights, which are l'umas, which are much higher, they claim into the lower world. Asheheim, which are teirasei v'avedasei, the teir and aveda of the tzaddik. So what happens is Azoy, the tzaddik passes away. So the guf and the neshama are separated. The neshama is eila l'mayla. When the neshama is eila l'mayla, it plants all of its teir mitzvahs l'mayla and brings down unbelievably high eidos, which are much higher than the eidos that the neshama achieved through those same teir mitzvahs as it was in neshama b'guf. So what happens now? The neshama goes up, makes an investment, and there's a return. When the neshama goes up and takes its mitzvahs, there's a zriya, you're planting it in the Gan Eden and in the Sadeh, Chakat HaBuch Hadishim, and there's a tremendous oil that's brought out. Zachter v'ha'ares eidim, when an array of these lights is me'ira shines down here. Al kol talmidim, all of his talmidim. In the Shurim Sefer Tanya, he observes that on the previous page it says al talmidav, and here it says al kol talmidav. And the difference is, because before he was talking about people who made a kli, like you said, if you don't love the tzaddik, you can't get it. Here it means everybody, even people who don't make a kli. Every person benefits from a tzaddik who passes away, even people who don't love the tzaddik. That's the dear call. Before it says, here it said lit talmidav. Does that? So the answer to your question they asked me before. Shenasu eida deshem, they become servants of the Eibush, they tell us about Vedas, to his state and to his Aved. Says the Rebbe, v'ha'arazu, and this light which comes down from Malchus of Atilis upon them Umayla. Machnet says believe and brings it to the heart, said who they tshuva, thoughts of tshuva, maisim tevim, good deeds. Okay? All the good deeds, and which are born from this ray, Shemira, which shines, me'eres, from the light, has ruam besada anal, that are planted in that field, Lamayla. Nikru gedula gedula, they're called offspring of offspring. Why? A person passes away, his neshamas, his mitzvahs go up, he plants them in Gan Eden, he plants them in Chagat HaBuch Hadishim. Then it produces light. That light is fruit. That light makes a Yiddu Tshuva. That's the fruit of the fruit. Gedula gedula. Zokter, however, this light is much less revealed in the light of Ruach we spoke about in the shir of yesterday. That he behelam has to God was very hidden and concealed. The sun during the day shines very brightly. The sun at night goes behind the earth, and it shines together with the stars. The difference between the sun's light during the day and the sun's light when it's behind the earth at night is incomparable. The sun is hidden, it's black, it's far away from you. It's taka shining at night like the stars are shining, but it's very, very far away and therefore it's a tremendous union of hell. Kedisa b'tikun Moshe Rabbeinu alav Hashem. The Tikkun Zeh says that Moshe Rabbeinu. The Rebbe has a footnote where he says it's not Tikkun Zeh. It's a different place in Zeh. The Rebbe has a whole pilpul. Why the Alter Rebbe says Tikkun Zeh? I think the Rebbe writes as Pashtat Tosam Maitik. It shouldn't say Tikkunim. After he was nostalgic and passed away, his light expands in every generation. The Shishim Ribbon Neshamas to all 600,000 Neshamas. But the Zayah says it's K'mei Shemesh, like the sun, which is shining from underneath the earth, the Shishim Ribbon Neshamas to 600,000 stars. In other words, it's a very remote, it's a very far gil, it's a very, very indirect ta'an. That it shouldn't say B'tikunim. It's in a different place in Zayah. It's probably a Tos Amaitik. They have a pilpels. Okay, very good.